All right. We are live, Emily Coyne.
Hello.
Hello. So, if you are just joining us, I am Martha, and I am here at Highland Cottage Books. Emily here is a very
And
smart.
I am here at Highland Cottage
Ooh,
Books. Emily here
I see
is
me and my
a very, and I am here at Highland Cottage
ooh,
Books. Emily here
I see
is
me and
a
my
very, and I am here at Highland Cottage.
Okay, that was terrifying, and I apologize.
That
As
was
you can see,
terrifying.
I am just learning. And so I apologize to the four people I just terrified.
I felt like I was in the movie Inner Space. Not Inner Space, Interstellar.
Okay, not only
Or Inner Space.
and what's funny is we just lost everybody. Anyway, I apologize. So anyway, as I was saying, Emily here is Emily is a very smart person. She's a reader, she is a writer, she is getting her degree in journalism, a master's in journalism. Is that correct?
Yes.
And she also it looks a lot like me because she is my big sister. And somebody came
Hello.
back. Hello. Hello, whoever came back. So tonight, she and I are going to chat a bit and we are going to be productive. And we are sorry for the feedback again. Um, and that is what we are going to do. Em, what are you going to do tonight? What are your big plans?
So I'm starting one of my courses on Monday. So I have several articles and chapters to read in preparation for that class. So I'll be reading an essay by Anne Lamott, which was part of, I believe it's an excerpt from Bird by Bird, called Shitty First Drafts.
And
And
I confessed I don't know who Anne Lamott is.
oh, she's an author who wrote an incredible book that's titled Bird by Bird, and it's a book on writing. Um, so I'm sorry you don't know who that is. Um, and I also have an article, Tiny Truths, to read, and um, an interesting article, it looks like, by Dan Barry from the Times, with Shovels in Science, a grim story is told. So I'm going to be trying to get through those.
Excellent. If you are joining us, and it looks like a few people are joining us now, if you want to hop in those comments and tell us what you are doing, this is going to be a super laid back night. We are uh, just going to be productive in our own ways. I'm going to be editing a video, I think. That is my big plan. But if you tell us what you're reading or what you're working on, we would love to see it. I am right now doing something I should have done earlier before I even got online, and that is headed over to Flocus. I just like saying Flocus. So
Focus.
Flocus. It is a time management thingy bop.
Ooh, say more
Yes.
about that.
So, well, you'll see it in a moment. So, oh, here we go. Time management. So, Flocus is a kind of a Pomodoro sort of situation, if you know what that
Okay.
is.
Yes.
It is a thing that helps you. It creates an on-screen sort of alarm clock for you to work with. And let's see. See, I'm going to set us up for 20 minutes. I'm going to invite, sharing that screen. So hopefully you can see it now. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's going
So
to be live while we're doing this.
that is going to be live, except I'm going to hopefully set it up. Ooh, now it's all artsy. So you can see, hopefully that says 40 minutes. Can you see that?
Yes.
Excellent. All right. If you are ready, Emily, I am going to jump into that sprint. Are you ready?
Okay. Yep, I'm ready.
All right. Happy sprinting. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Well, hello.
Hello.
So, how was that for you? And did you like the magical woo?
I loved the magical, and I feel like I'm going to be using Flocus in the future. Um, Everything I read was honestly terrific. I completed an assignment that's due on September 7th, and I think I did it well. And I may have come up with a topic for my 15 to 20 page final project for my creative nonfiction class. So super productive.
That sounds like an incredibly productive time. All right.
And
I don't
me
know.
even without my meds. Flocus is great.
So,
How about you?
wow, I did some editing. I got through my intro and my first book. That sounds amazing. Um, and I had a question for you, and it's out the window. Um, it'll come back. It'll
Can I
come
read
back.
you my assignment for um my assignment for my class on September 7th is to write a tiny truth, which essentially is a tweet. Um I don't know who came up with tiny truths. I think it's in my assignments.
Uh-huh.
But the first one I came up with was my flea-bitten gray mare's ears pinned toward her tail, signifying stay away. I could bite. To passers-by, human and equine. In my heart, I whisper, I feel you, girl. I feel you.
I know where this story is gonna go. It goes somewhere
Well,
dark.
no, that's it. That's the whole thing. It's a tiny truth. So
Oh,
it's
oh,
just
oh, oh.
supposed to be that little nugget.
Well, that's valid.
Yeah.
And that's true. We have people joining us, which was
Fantastic.
exciting. So let's see. Let's see who's joining us right now. All right, I'm having a slight technical difficulty.
I can see some people chatting what they're working on.
Yes. So let's go here. We have Regina. Regina is working on her final project for my mystery and mayhem class.
Ooh, that sounds really
Tell us
exciting.
more. There's a mystery and mayhem class.
I want to
Did
take
they-
that class.
Regina, did they teach you how to engage in mayhem and then cover it up? Is that what's happening? Or is it, I suspect, a literature class? I'm really hoping that it is the former.
I agree.
So do tell us more. Um, we have Crimson Whispers. I love that name. Hi, new here and just arrived. Well, hello, Crimson.
Hello.
Big hugs and love to everyone. Well, big hugs and love back at you. Oh, Crimson says that was a great sprint for you. That was a
It
great.
really was.
I remember my question, and I'll get back to it in a moment. Yeah, no one is topping Emily for that.
I wasn't trying to show off. I honestly like it was due to the my future professor because everything he assigned was very inspirational. So and fascinating to read.
I love that. I love when you um are like, I find this happens when I'm reading something that's great or I'm watching a great play, that suddenly it inspires me and revs me up for all the other things too, if you know what I mean.
Yes,
Um
absolutely.
Regina says super productive. Now I hope Regina, I don't know if Regina's saying you're super productive or Regina's super productive. I hope both of you were super productive during that. And
Absolutely. And now she's explained her class to us, a library science class. How to choose mystery books for your patrons. Fantastic.
well, that sounds amazing. I look forward to more, to finding out how you choose mystery books for your patrons. Is that based on what's popular among your demographics? Do you have to know your demographics? Do you have to know what's happening in in the world of literature at the moment? Are you surveying people? Tell us more. So I remember what it was that I wanted to say. What I wanted to say was, do you have this experience? I find that, now that I'm getting paid and I'm a grown ass woman, I'm much more responsible than I was when I was actually in school. And I have these weird fantasies of going back in time somehow and retaking all my classes and just acing them.
Well, yes, I wish I could go back and take my classes again. I'm much more invested now than I ever was. And I at this age, I think when I was a younger student, I know when I was a younger student, I
So,
had
so what
a
is it? Is that
significant fear of
29?
what?
You're 29 now?
Yes, that's right. I'm in my 50s now, but as a young student, I had a almost a paralyzing fear of participating in class.
Mm,
And I became a teacher, and I hope that I created an atmosphere in my own classroom where kids felt comfortable to share whatever they were going to share. And I think I did accomplish that. But because of that fear, I think that held me back a lot in terms of my own academic growth. And now I'm very active in my classes. And to be active in your class, one must do the work. So I'm much more invested in doing the work and invested in the class. So yeah, I think if you went back now, and I certainly have had the experience of thinking about going back and yes, going back into certain classes and wishing that I had been more involved for
I
sure.
think I was like, I would participate in class. What held me back was my inability to do my homework on time. That
Hmm.
that was an issue. Um, but
For
yeah,
me, you kind of could have just stopped at inability to do my homework.
yes.
Or I guess, yeah, in any sort of productive way. I generally handed things in, but it wasn't of a high caliber.
Well, it's annoying because, when you're doing schoolwork, it's at that time when you're doing all the other things too. There are so many other shiny friends and shiny
Yes.
activities that you are also learning about.
Yes.
Um, let's see. Oop, new comment. Martha. Um, thanks for sharing your link because I need a little productivity session this evening. Gonna try to get some chores done and maybe do a cheeky little writing sprint or two. I want to know what makes
Nice.
it cheeky. Um, you're just sneaking in some writing. You're like doing it on the sly so that your chores don't get jealous. I want to know. Um, so so I have to ask you, it's a boy. Oh, it's a boy, Aaron. So you're Aaron. Okay. If I
It's
think you're
it's
Aaron.
ya boy. It's ya
Oh,
boy,
it's your
Aaron.
boy, Aaron.
It's your boy, Aaron.
It's your boy, Aaron. Oh my gosh, Aaron. Hi. See,
And
see,
I'm also doing chores actually too. I'm also doing a load of laundry. Just putting it out there as a flex.
that's a huge flag.
Because it's your boy Aaron mentioned that he was doing some chores, some choice.
Right. Some choice. Um, valid, valid. Oh, I have now screwed up my whole screen. Can't see what's happening. Um, okay, Regina's back. My final project is creating a new mystery section for my library. I am mildly productive. For this section, I am adding the classics and recommended current works. Next, I will survey my patrons. Awesome.
Oh, awesome.
Crimson, do you know what do you have a name I should call you, or can I just call you Crimson? I am going back to college to study sociology because changing careers to become a worker when I get the qualification. Um, because you're 42 right now.
Oh,
That is awesome. That is
great
amazing.
job, Crimson. Great job.
Congratulations. And I bet you are a better student now than you were before. Just guessing. Just guessing.
Not that you were a bad student before. We
No,
have
you
no
were
idea, but
amazing. Everyone was talking about it. Everybody was saying, "Oh my God, Crimson's on the is on the sprint." Everybody's smart up. Everybody get their cheeky writing assignments in now.
yes.
So, if you don't know, and how would you know? Emily is my sister.
Yes. I'm her older sister.
Yes,
As you can
you
probably tell.
are. Yes, you are. Emily, like me, is a big horseback rider. Oh, hi, Crimson or Raven.
Oh, love that.
Also, my name Crimson Whispers is my voice acting
Voice acting
name.
name.
That is
Oh,
awesome. You're a voice actor. Oh, well, tell us more.
amazing.
Do you do audiobooks? Do you do cartoons? What do you do?
And Crimson Whispers is an amazing voice acting
It
name.
is. It's also
Ooh, yeah.
it's also another kind of name, secretly. I would get
Well, we don't know what kind of voice acting is going
we
on,
don't
so.
know. We're gonna say amazing voice acting no matter where you are. Okay, it's your boy Aaron. Um, Lol, I've been feeling in the mood to write lady after a few months off, and I'm doing it cheeky style so I don't make my muse think I'm too eager and it gets chased away. I totally understand.
Hmm.
I absolutely do that. Muses are sneaky. Those girls are slippery. They will slide right away. Also, Martha, I'm Erin from Jordaline's Discord. Hi, Erin. So, Jordaline Reads is a channel on YouTube, and Jordaline is the best. She's amazing. She does horror reviews. She does a lot of manga stuff. She's hilarious. She's smart. She's up in Canada, so she has socialized medicine up there. So we're all jealous. At least south of the border, we are. And she is hilarious. She does sprints, um, and her sprints are for me never productive because she's so funny that I end up doing nothing. I'm just like typing like in the comments all of my shenanigans and nonsense because it's super fun. Crimson is back, learning to do narration for audiobooks and also write my own audio role plays and voice them on my channel, but not
Oh, wow.
uploaded in a few years due to dealing with mental health. Mental health is tough, and you got to take care of yourself. Self care, self care. Very, very important. And do not beat yourself up for taking the time that you need to.
Oh,
Absolutely.
no.
No, no,
Yeah.
no. And Crimson is also joining me from Arc August Readathon. Arc August is, I've been doing a whole bunch of competitive readathons. Um, I don't know if Crimson Whispers is on the Crimson team. If she is, Crimson is the team that has been kicking everybody else's butts. I'm on Emerald Enigma, and we are cool. We are mysterious, but we are also green with envy because Crimson is there's no way we're catching them. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know how they're doing it, but they are reading all the books and they're getting all the points.
Nice. What have you been reading lately, Marv?
What have I been reading? I
Yeah.
have been reading Secrets We Hide by Karen Slaughter. Karen Slaughter is a thriller writer, and it's the second book in her New North Falls series. I like it, but I love the first book in the series, and you definitely it's one of those ones you have to read in order because like a
Hmm.
big bombshell gets dropped at the end of the first book. Um, and I'm liking it, but it keeps happening. Like it is the herpes of books in that I guess maybe not herpes. What am I looking for?
Hmm.
It's a book that will not end. I guess herpes does end, but it comes back. Um, so yeah, I guess I don't know my herpes well enough. I'm so excited this is being recorded for posterity. Um, so,
I
no,
mean, you always have to have a good herpes reference.
you do. You do.
I was reading one of the essays I read, and it seems like we have some writers here with us tonight. I had mentioned earlier Anne Lamott, who wrote a book, Bird by Bird, and I read an excerpt in the first sprint, and it reminded me what a good book about writing that is. Bird by Bird by Anne Lamott. I highly recommend it, or Stephen King's On Writing. I read both of them quite a long
Mm.
time ago, and my daughter, who's going to be a senior in high school, her summer reading was Stephen King's On Writing. And there are parts of that book, I must have read it 20 years ago, probably. And there are parts of that book that just really still sit with me. And Bird by Bird is just, Anne Lamott's very funny. She's a very funny writer. She's a very real writer. She has concrete tips for you to really actually hold on to, but not presented in a concrete way. So those are, if people haven't read those, I would highly recommend both of those books.
Yeah, as I said, I didn't know who Anne Lamott was, although I've heard the name.
Yeah, I'm sure
Um,
you
but
have.
and I've heard the name Stephen King. I have heard that.
I mean, he's lesser known, but yeah,
I know
he's
he's
out
kind
there.
of niche. He's yeah, but no, I have read On Writing. I actually listened to
Yeah.
On Writing, so it was him telling me all this stuff. And what I loved
Ooh,
about that is there was one point where he was basically saying that he was encouraging writers and saying that somebody out there will like your book.
yeah.
Someone Your book will be good for somebody. And I don't know if that's entirely true, but I like him saying it.
Yes, I agree. The one of the parts that stuck with me from that book was basically just butt in the chair.
Yeah.
Like just you have to be there, you have to have whatever routine you have, but just put yourself in the chair and get whatever you can out there. And that's a bit of Anne Lamott's message too, which sometimes can be the hardest thing
Hmm.
because that requires a lot of us to sit in the chair and sit with our thoughts and put something on a blank page.
Yeah.
Um, and as you mentioned earlier, there are shiny things around us all the time to distract us from doing that. But yeah, that was a message that he had in On Writing that really resonated with me.
Speaking of butts and chairs, Crimson Coven is on the team. Crimson.
55 books.
Yes. This month so far. Ha 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 ha. I ha ha ha. So I have read 15 books this month, which is ridiculous for me. That is me doing nothing but reading 55 books.
Wow. Crimson, I wonder are you just that fast a reader? Do you do immersive reading? Do you listen to a lot of books while you're doing other things? How are you fitting in 55 books into
Do you
your
have a
life?
TARDIS
I need to
and like
know.
a bubble universe that you like sneak into that allow you to do that? I have questions. But that is awesome. And apparently, it's actually Crimson is the only member of the team. She's just
You're
the
just
rest
holding
of
it
us.
all up for the rest of the team. You're carrying them all on your shoulders.
Yes,
All of just
exactly.
your group of one. It's just you.
It's just her. Okay, she adores Stephen King as well. You should. I have all of his book. His best known. He's best known for writing horror.
Yes.
I love. I loved The Long Walk. I think that is my favorite one of his. I just love how he just goes into the characters and like kind of just hangs out with them for a moment and in a few very evocative details, you know everything you need to know about that character and you feel like they're just sitting right there with you.
I have not read The Long Walk, but I feel like it is in my own personal zeitgeist recently. I've seen it referenced, or you've just referenced it recently, um,
You
several
would love
times in
it.
the last week. Yeah, I'm sure I would like it. I think my favorite book of his is The Girl Who Loved Tom Gordon.
See, I haven't read that, but would I like that?
It is, so it's a girl who's lost in the woods in Maine, and very lost and encountering all sorts of crazy dangers. But she's a big Red Sox fan, and it's like it's just in her own mind how she's getting through it. I think I probably read that book 30 years ago. So I just know that I loved the book, and
Mhm.
I love the whole idea of wandering around in Maine, and I learned a ton from it in terms of survival,
Yeah, I feel like mom,
surviving in the woods.
you could do it tomorrow.
Absolutely. With
You
that
could
book
survive in the books
under my arm, I could.
with thinking about Tom Gordon and all of that.
Yes.
We find out that readathons bring out my competitive side a lot. I'm getting
Mm.
that. And you listen to a lot of audiobooks, you read graphic novels and novellas. So here's the thing. I did a readathon, I did Escape the Readathon in May, and that one was based mostly on the number of books you read, whereas this one is mostly based on pages. So I read all the novellas in May, all the novellas I wanted to. And then, and I was like, woohoo! And my team won. And now I don't have any novellas left to read. So I screwed myself. I
No
picked
novellas.
no
No
novellas.
novellas to give.
That's right. 55
Regina,
books.
I'm with you. I fall asleep pretty quickly also if I'm reading in the afternoon, if I'm reading at night, whenever. I do fall asleep.
I do a thing where I listen to audiobooks, and if I'm not like actively doing something else like driving or immersive reading or whatever, inevitably my eyes will close and I'm out. And I read horror books too, and I listen to horror books, and inevitably I wake up in the middle of some horrible scene, and I'm like, ah! So it's a mistake both ways.
I was thinking about the books that I read as compared to the books that you enjoy the most. And I consume a lot of true crime in the form of podcasts or research or things that I enjoy hearing about. But
Hmm.
I don't like horror, and I don't necessarily even I think I know I read a lot of true crime books when I was younger, but I don't read a lot now. Only like very sparingly do I read crime books.
Hmm.
But I was just kind of pondering that and thinking about um, how it's interesting. And I listen to crime podcasts when I'm trying to fall asleep sometimes, which is what made me just think of that. I know it's weird, but it, but don't think I would do that with a book. I don't know.
That
Just
sounds
thoughts.
super soothing. That sounds super soothing. Are they nice home invasion stories? Or
Sometimes, yeah. Historical crime,
I,
contemporary crime. Yeah, a lot of different things.
I assume you've read uh or you've seen the SNL skit called My Murder Show.
Yes, you actually sent that to me.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's it's nice. I've been reading a
That is
lot.
very much me.
That is very much you.
Yes.
I've been reading a lot of off of NetGalley, and since joining the readathon, I've gone up from 32 to 40%. Woohoo! So you have reached your NetGalley goal this month. Congratulations! I was going to ask you about your NetGalley percentage. I know that, but that could be too personal a question. I will tell you, I am at 62 and I started at 47, but most of that is because I learned that you can actually DNF things and not leave public reviews. So I went through all the books that I knew I wasn't going to get, and I went, nope, 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 sorry, nope, nope. And I left reviews. I left 5 or 4 stars for all of those, so I wouldn't hurt or harm them because I didn't know. All right, I live for true.
Re- I was going to say Regina and I are kindred sisters here.
You are.
Live for True Crime
Weird.
podcast. Yeah, I don't think I'm weird for it.
It's
Sometimes I
no,
think
no,
I'm
you're not
weird.
weird. You're not weird for listening to them. You're weird for
It's
like
listening when I go to sleep.
huddling up and falling asleep with your whoopee.
Regina, correct me if I'm wrong, but it helps me feel like I will be more prepared if anything terrible happens to me. I'm like, okay, I've heard every story that could happen. This is what I'm going to do in this situation. It sort of eases any anxiety I might experience rather than creating it.
Yeah. I
But
feel like
nice.
I won't get into a cult because I guess my cult shows. I do like a cult show,
Yeah.
and those can
I
go
mean,
dark.
who doesn't?
Yeah. I wouldn't. I feel like I might be less inclined to accidentally slip and fall into a cult. Um,
Yes.
and yeah, so that
Yeah,
so that's
I
what I
think
got.
I think that's probably true. I'm curious what Regina listens to. I listen to mostly, well, sometimes I listen to some long form ones, but mostly My Favorite Murder, which is just like a funny silly murder podcast. Um but then and that's the other thing is like if they get too serious, like there are some serious ones that really like hit hard. I like the reporting. I like listening to the reporting of those, but it's not those can cause a little anxiety. I like where they're bantering, like we're doing now, and then just talking about a little bit of murder or crime.
Um, there's a book that I just read. It's a thriller, and it's about two. I've forgotten what it's called. But it's like this could save your life, or this
This
story could
book could
save your
save
life.
your life.
This, yeah. Um, that just came out, and I enjoyed it. And it's about two people who run a podcast together, and
Oh.
and um, and they kind of do that. They like sort of banter around like you're eaten by a whale. What? How do you get out of it? And then the person jokes about how they get out of it, and then they find out how they actually would get out of it. So, what do we got here? We have, um, we have first of all we have Crimson saying, reminding us that Kathy Reichs is awesome. She is. I only know her really from the show Bones, um, but yes. And she Crimson also showing me up here being awesome. She reads or listens to all books she applied for at least past 50% before she DNFs because that way she can write a review saying where she got to and explaining why it wasn't for you. Yes, that is the responsible thing to do. I there were a whole bunch of books that I and I'm sure everybody does this when they first get on NetGalley, where they're like, they'll never pick me for a book, so I'm going to ask for these 40 books, and then inevitably they give you all 40, and then not the ones you actually want, just the ones you don't want.
Right.
Um, and so that was where I was. I find true crime relaxing, and it preps me for successfully murdering inconvenient people. Thank you. Now, I happen to know where Regina works, and so I will be avoiding her place of work, lest I fall into that category.
I
Well,
do like that though.
I
I
also know
mean,
that Regina has a very strong moral compass, and she would not actually do that, but she does want to be prepared because preparation is key, just in case. Just in case.
just in case someone becomes inconvenient.
Indeed.
Um, Regina listens to Morbid, and those are my girls, Elena and Ash. They're from Salem. I live up near up on the North Shore, north of
Mm.
Boston, and that is a podcast out of Salem, Mass, which is they don't only do crime that's out of this area, but I do appreciate the references that they have.
Excellent. Crimson is pointing out some true crime YouTube channels that she suggests: Mr. Ballin and Dark Asia with Megan.
Ooh,
So
okay.
if you want to branch out into like the visual and fill your eyes and not just your ears.
Right,
Yep.
right.
Also, Scamfluencer. I guess you know what I read, or I would listen to Scamanda.
Oh,
Which,
I've listened to Scamanda before too, yeah.
yeah, that girl was a mess. Her husband also was a treat. Um,
Yes.
I am going to head back into sprints momentarily, but first, uh, Erin says, I used to listen to and watch true crime stuff all the time, and then kind of out of nowhere late last year, her brain was like, "No more, thanks. I'm too depressed for this."
Yep.
Yes, yes.
That can happen. I definitely have to take my breaks when it becomes too much, and everyone needs to take care of themselves for sure. It can be a lot.
Oh, Crimson is now colluding with Regina and giving Regina tips. Um, and trips with Chucky, the doll, will come and get you. Um, and oh, and his wife Tiffany, who is played by the lovely Jennifer Tilly. Um,
Jennifer Tilly. Yes.
Jennifer Tilly, who is
Ooh,
delightful.
that's a blast from the past.
Yeah, no, she's delightful though. And she plays a doll, and sometimes she plays herself, and sometimes she plays a doll. And I think in one of the meta movies, she actually plays Jennifer Tilly,
Nice.
the character, and a doll. So she is a
Hey, I
multi.
think we would be remiss to not have a moment for Dolly Parton, who is
Ah,
such a lovely person, but also such a proponent of books and
and reading
um,
and
had
giving books.
donated thousands and thousands and thousands of books all over the country.
I was,
So just a moment for her.
yeah.
Rest in peace, Dolly.
Mm. Did you see her nephew speaking about her?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
she
she
was
was.
remarkable.
Yeah, she was remarkable, and yeah, we. I was out to lunch with my friend Catherine, and she's talking, and she's telling a hilarious story, and like over her shoulder, I saw the news over her shoulder, and she was probably just like, why aren't you paying attention to me, and why do you look like somebody slapped you? And I'm like, Dolly. Um, but alas. All right, you know what? In honor of Dolly, let's have a very productive sprint. And thank you guys. Thank you, Crimson. Thank you, Aaron. Thank you, Regina. And thank you to the sneaky, cheeky people who are just lurking and not saying anything. I appreciate you too. Oh, the Muppets put out something.
Oh, I will
All right,
need to go. That's
I'm
going
going
to
to
be
go
part of my sprint.
post haste. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for telling us that. And I will see you guys, and Emily and will see you guys in about 40 minutes. And Emily will learn the flucus. Oop, I have to restart. Bloop. All right, everyone ready? Boom. Happy sprinting. It's like magic.
It is like
It's like
magic.
that. Hello. I've changed the layout. We're huge, and we've made some new friends over the course of this sprint, which is exciting. And now is the self promotion time. If you haven't done so ever already, if you could hit subscribe and hit the like button, that will help me get seen by more people. And it will also help you see me and Emily and any other guests I might have in the future. And you can join us for sprints. So, Emily, what'd you do? What'd you do during that sprint?
So I read about 30 pages of Whistler
Ooh,
by Ann Patchett, and it's not what I expected at all. I don't really know what I expected yet, but it's a compelling story. Um, I'm not going to say anything about it because I think it's just really going to unfold in a way that I don't want to give anything away even from the beginning. But let's say it's focused on right now two sisters and one of the sisters' husbands. And in the very beginning of the book, one of the sisters runs into a person from her past. And I will leave it at that. But it's terrific. And I love Ann Patchett's books. One is so different from another.
yeah.
They have obviously the writing is terrific and it's terrific in the same way, but her stories are so varied. And this isn't anything like what she's written before. So I'm excited to keep on going with it. What did you do?
I continued editing my video about thrillers, and
Excellent.
it's exciting because like I had about 2 hours of footage, and now I only have 1 hour of footage. It's very satisfying to just be cutting out
Oh,
thing
to kill your darlings.
to kill my darlings. In fact, one of my books that I'm talking about is "Kill Your Darlings" by Peter Swanson, which I
Oh,
highly recommend.
nice.
Actually, I'm killing my dead time,
Ah,
and
so
I
not so much your darlings.
not my darlings. No. If I killed my darlings, like my videos would be 3 seconds long. It would be like, "Hi, welcome to Highland Cottage Books. Bye." I'm a little sad about Whistler because I hear that Whistler is not about horses, and they put a big old horse on the cover, and I love horses. Horses are everywhere in my life. They
I
poop
am waiting to see why is there a horse on the cover? There must be some reason it is.
I'm told
I
that
can say a
literally,
horse has not been mentioned yet, but
apparently, like there's a horse reference. Literally, like the word horse
oh,
appears like 3 times in the book.
okay. Well, then people should read, if you're interested in horses, people should read Geraldine Brooks' Horse, which is a lovely book. Geraldine Brooks is another one of my favorite authors. I got to meet her last fall, and it was tremendous. And we had a little moment together. Tears welled up in both of our eyes, and all four of our eyes, which was which was lovely. And but her book Horse is goes very into depth about a particular horse and then horses in general. I'm looking up right now. I'm
That
about to
was the
look up
weirdest way you could have put that.
all
Just so
four of
you know.
our eyes.
Yes.
Well, I said both of our eyes, and then I thought, is that both people or is that two eyes? So I had to say all four of our eyes.
No, no,
I'm
it's
about to
valid.
look up The River Has Roots,
Yes.
which I
So
see Beverly.
Beverly joined us, and she is reading "The River Has Roots," which I understand is about sisters. And
Oh,
immediately, you and I should be reading that. Um,
Esther and Isabel Hawthorne are the sisters.
ooh,
Ooh, and
I
there's
did
an element of
magic.
fantasy in here. They are tasked with tending and singing to magical willow trees. Sounds delightful so far.
Sounds like me when I was 7. I wanted to be tasked with singing to the willow trees.
Yeah.
Magical willow trees. I
I
could
think
do
you
that.
did do that for a while.
I did. Crimson agrees. That does sound interesting. Crimson adds, Crimson, by the way, she hasn't popped in yet, or at least I haven't read her comment yet. But Crimson has read 17 books since the last time we talked. She's listening to The Ex-Wife Murder Club by Medi Ivy Harrison. Um, just read the graphic novel Yakuza versus the Cat. I'm on Team Cat in that matchup, and now reading more to A Plague Sea by Kim Bo Young. I read A Plague Sea. I listened to Plague Sea a couple months ago, and it is wild. It is a crazy cosmic horror, and it is about a plague where people kind of turn into like pilot fish.
Oh, really?
Yes. But it's
Yikes.
actually kind of it's got kind of a satire, social satire. It's not as realistic as it sounds. It's
Are the
more,
pilot fish those fish that have like the lights? Yeah.
yeah, and like their teeth are like "Arr, arr, 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 arr."
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if like you're gonna turn into a fish, you don't turn into like a beautiful shark or
Yeah.
like even a funky hammerhead. No, you turn into like
Something from the depths. You are down in the depths as a pilot fish.
like where clearly natural selection is not based on aesthetics. Yes. That is correct.
Thank God.
It's your boy Erin. She has checked off doing the dishes and scrubbing down the counters off of her chore list for the night. That is excellent. Well done. Um, Beverly is listening to it. It's better if you listen to it than read it. Why is
Okay.
that? Is it does it have a great narrator? Is it a full cast? Tell us more. Erin says she enjoyed reading. Um, Erin says she enjoyed reading The River Has
Really?
Roots. Definitely recommend the audiobooks. Yes. There's
Ooh.
a lot of music and singing, and it's very atmospheric. Uh, Regina is back. She's still working on her assignment, and she's doing an underpainting for a still life.
Ooh. Wow.
I know.
An artist in the house.
I know.
I didn't
So
know. I
underpainting
don't
sounds
know if this is a
vaguely
new
cheeky, doesn't it?
what?
An
What?
underpainting's vaguely cheeky.
It is an underpainting. Um, I I don't know if this is a new trend or if this has been going on for a long time, but I noticed it in my husband, maybe it was my husband's wife, where she's running at the beginning, where there are actual like sounds being brought
Mhm.
in. And I just heard it referenced Paul Holes as he's a cold case detective. And he was on a podcast today, not his typical podcast, but he was being interviewed in one where he talked about his new audiobook and how they included it sounds more like a podcast than an audiobook. Is this something that is happening now in audiobooks in general? Is this new? Do you know?
I came across it. There's Charlie Donnelly had one, and that he definitely had like kind of big sound effects in the beginning, and I noped out of there so fast because I was just like, no, I did not enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I don't enjoy it as much, but I think it is a trend that especially since they have the the technology is getting better,
Hmm.
and there's like I guess Atmos sound, I think is what it's called. Um,
Okay.
Aaron has pointed out that Aaron goes by them pronouns, they them
Thank you,
pronouns.
Aaron.
Thank you for telling us that.
I
So
I
I
think
will
if done really well, that those sounds can be can be really effective. But in like in my husband's wife, right? That's right. Um, it was jarring to me because I'd never heard it before. And I was
Mhm.
thinking to myself, what's happening here? I didn't
Yeah,
understand what was going
and
on.
what she's doing is she's running, and so it's a lot
Right.
of panting and water sounds and like sandy sounds.
Yeah, like I understood the panting because if you're the author and you're evoking running, I mean, if you're the actor who's doing the voice, you're evoking that running, like just like you would any emotion or whatever. But then with the atmospheric sounds, yeah, that kind of threw me. But I think of some of my favorite podcasts. Um, there's one called Someone Knows Something, and it's this investigative journalist who who really brings you to the places where he is, and it's a lot of atmospheric sound, and he has a very gentle voice, like he should be an audiobook reader.
Yeah.
But but
And I
that
want to
really
be clear
brings you to the place.
that for The River Has Roots and all of that, it was specifically the Charlie Donnelly book. I don't think they did it well. It wasn't, because I
Okay,
have
yeah.
heard it and it sounds good. So I didn't want to yuck anybody's yum or not try something. It was
You're
specifically that one.
yeah, you're entitled to your opinion for sure.
No, no, but it was specifically that book, because then when it happened in My Husband's Wife, it didn't bug me as much.
Yeah.
Even though in some ways it's more jarring. It could be more jarring because of the nature of it. Actually, no, it wasn't more jarring, because I think in the first one it's a home invasion, and I was driving on the way to work,
Oh,
and I was like,
I
yeah,
don't
no,
like
I'm
that.
not prepped for this.
No, trigger warning before you do that in a book, I
This
feel
is
like.
not how I want to spend my morning.
No.
Um, Beverly is pointing out that the background is giving Great Gatsby vibes.
Definitely a little Art Deco in there.
So I went on in December. I went on the Queen Mary 2, and it's very Art Deco-y there, and I was kind of missing it when I was making the background. So I was just trying to imagine that I was at sea instead of
Lovely.
sweltering in Philadelphia. I wanted to be enjoying myself. Um, Crimson is going to sleep. Going to get some
Oh,
sleep now. It's 2 a.m. at night. Everyone had lots of fun.
oh,
Thank you, Crimson, for joining us.
thank you. And yeah, keep your
Keep reading all.
your reading score is incredible. You must need some sleep now, I'm sure.
You must. Regina says for the Murderbot audio series, they did a full sound recording with a full cast and a regular narration option. Oh, I prefer the regular one, but they can be great, like Crawler Carl. Dungeon Crawler Carl. Emily, have you heard of Dungeon Crawler Carl?
I have heard of it. I have not read it
It
yet.
seems to be like everyone's reading
It's
it.
everywhere.
And I haven't read it, and it has a fun cover.
People love it.
I know, and like people that you wouldn't expect would love it. It has apparently there's a cat named Princess Donut who talks.
Oh,
And
I'm not a huge cat fan, but I love donuts.
I think Princess Donut is actually like she is a princess. Like I think
Oh,
you need to refer to her by her title or else bad things happen.
okay. Good to know.
Aaron says, I definitely agree. I think a lot of the soundscaping we're seeing in audiobooks owes itself a lot to the soundscaping in podcasts and audio dramas that have gotten way popular over the last 10 years.
Aaron, I am loving the term soundscaping. I'm going to have to be incorporating that in a lot of things. Soundscaping. I really like that. Soundscaping.
It makes me think of manscaping. I don't love that.
It just made me think of landscaping.
Well, like split difference. No,
Yes.
it's a super cool word. It's just I made it weird.
Princess Donut rocks, Regina says.
Thank you.
So this is my summer of extremely mainstream books. I can lean toward mainstream, but there are a lot of authors I really
There's
enjoy that
nothing
I
wrong with
don't
that.
think. What?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Thank you. But so I just finished, like I'm reading Whistler now. I just finished Yesteryear and talking about audiobooks. Um, it was I can't imagine, I don't own the book, the physical book. Um, but I would highly recommend the audiobook for the content of the book because I think it's first of all, it's about podcaster. So I feel like the audiobook is a natural choice. And there are things that happen within the book. No soundscaping, but things that happen within the book narratively that I think the audiobook is an excellent choice for. So just throwing that out there. And it is, I think I mentioned this to you the other day, Marv, like the description of it's about a podcaster or an influencer, a trad wife influencer that finds herself in, back in the day in the 1800s or whatever. I think that vastly um, underserves the book and the audience because it is a highly clever book and just very smart and very of the times right now, and would truly evoke a lot of conversation, much more than just simply put those terms.
Mhm.
Really excellent.
Well, I definitely have it on my list, and I have it on my shelf, and I also have it in my library. I have the audiobook. Like I'm waiting for the audiobook so that I can immersive read it.
Yeah,
Um, because
well,
I
that's a
have
good way
heard
to do
that.
it.
Yeah, I have heard that. Um, and I just love immersive reading. I just love it. It has been a huge game changer for me.
I've not tried it yet. I need to try it.
Oh, you would love it.
Would I?
Yeah.
Does anyone else immersively read who's here, or understand what that is, or not know what that is? I didn't know that term until I heard it from you, Marv.
So when I say immersive read, it's when I am looking at the words either in a physical book and or an ebook, and I'm at the same time listening to the audiobook. And what I find is that I can listen at a speed that's much faster than I would just, listening to it. And I can read it at a speed that's much faster. But more to the point, it's like it's just immersive. Like I'm in the world, and so I'm focusing harder, and I find that my retention is amazing because I just live in that world, and it's wonderful. Aaron is back, and they say that just watched Leandra's critical review of Dungeon Crawler, Dungeon Crawler Carl, and pretty sure it's not going to be for them. Know thyself, know thyself. I want to, and then I don't know. I don't know. Um, I'm guessing that it's kind of going to be like a little bit snarky. Um, it feels a little bit snarky in kind of a silly way, but that could be good for me too. Soundscaping is a technical audio term. I promise I didn't make it up, says Aaron. Um, and no, no, own it. No, you
I
just
was gonna
coined.
say, Aaron, as far as we're concerned, you did come up with that
Yeah,
term. So
yeah, no, just now. Brilliant. You were brilliant. Um, Regina says that she has heard of immersive reading,
immersive reading, I'm assuming. Yeah.
but hasn't tried it yet. I have become a I want to become like a televangelist of immersive reading, except without like the scummy part. Just like the good part.
Do people have to send you a lot of money and
Well, that's the scummy
to
part.
be
And
saved?
I'm not going to like prey on their faith and their belief and their hopes and dreams in order to make
That's
money.
good.
I just want to elevate their love of reading and discover a new way to do it
Nice.
in a way that works for them. So I'm thinking one more sprint tonight, um, and and I think then we can all be super productive. We can get chores off of our list. We can edit things. We can read things. Regina can finish her underpainting. I don't know what an underpainting is. I imagine it's kind of like
The
I don't know.
pre-drawing, the pre-painting of it.
Like are you like cartooning? Are you preparing the canvas? Inquiring minds want to know. Um, Yeah, and yeah, thank you for joining us, by the way. Emily and I have not done this together yet. I've actually only done one live sprint, and so I'm a little bit bowled over that anybody showed up.
Thank you
Thank
for coming.
and there are people here I've not met yet. There are people here I don't know, and I'm so excited. Um,
Yay.
so thank you for coming. Um, all right, we're gonna sneak off to the side. Oh, I have focused wrong. I have focused. I have accidentally flucused. That is not my plan. I'm just gonna keep saying that word.
You
Um,
flockists.
I, I, I prematurely flokied. All right, so 40 more minutes. Underpainting. Oh,
Oh,
underpainting is the oil painting version of sketching. Now, I actually had a conversation with Regina the other day, and she says that she is um, doing that she has discovered that there are oil paints that you can mix with water now.
yes. So my daughter Grace loves to do watercolor, but this summer she started doing oils, but they're oils and water. So she assured me that nothing would get hurt in her room if she painted in her room because it was all water soluble. But yeah, she did a few paintings with that. That's pretty cool.
Well, that's amazing. Yeah,
Yeah,
so Regina was explaining that to me, and I was like, oh, by definition, I'd think that they'd not work, but they do apparently.
but they
Oh,
do.
and I want to say I did watch the Muppets thing with Dolly, and I highly recommend. It is a clip from 1987, and Dolly and Kermit are rocking out together. And if you don't get some tears in both your eyes, then you're doing it wrong because it was delightful. It was
And I just want
absolutely.
to say thank you to Erin for saying they will join us anytime we feel like doing a sprint. So that's terrific.
I know that's exciting. Oh my gosh, we made a friend. Thank you,
Thank you,
Erin.
Erin.
Yay. So yeah, so if you're not a YouTubey type person, you should know that if you hit that little alarm bell, and then you can get notified when there are things. And when I'm having a sprint, you can get notified. When I have a video, you can get notified. You can even like toggle it down and see things too. So yes, please hit that. Please hit that. Uh-oh, Regina is
Oh,
ratting out.
thank you,
Yes.
Regina. That'll be going back.
Uh-oh.
That will be going back, coming back to my daughter. Thank you for letting me know.
Aw. And Beverly would love to join too. Thank you, Beverly.
Oh, thank you,
Well,
Beverly. Thank you to everyone.
yeah, hopefully you guys have an excellent sprint. I look forward to you guys reporting back and telling us what you're working on. I'm going to finish. I hope I finish my video. And Em, you're going to keep reading Whistler.
I'm gonna
Maybe do
read
some chores.
Whistler in bed. I have an early morning, so I'm up at 6 tomorrow morning. So I am going to
Oh, are
sign
you going
off,
to
but
sign
I'm
off?
going to what?
You're signing off right now.
I'm going to sign off, but I'm going to keep on reading Whistler
Okay.
uh, as I go to sleep. Bye, all. Thank
Thank you
you.
for not taking us to bed. We don't need that.
No.
Okay. Bye. Bye,
Bye.
Emily. All right. So off we go. Thank you guys for joining us. Well, hello. Hello, everyone. I hope that you guys had an excellent sprint. I was busy editing my video, and it looks like I have 13 more minutes that I need to edit out. Um, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's in those 13 minutes, but we'll see. I got it down from 2 hours, and now my video is 21 minutes long. It's a big wrap up of all the thrillers that I've read this month, or actually that I've read in the last few months. I've been participating in ARC August, and I have read a lot of books. So I had a lot of thrillers that I needed to go through today. So let's see who's here. We have Jess. Jess has come back. Jess is in New Zealand. She says she just got home from work and is hoping to be able to sit down and read soon. Yes, I hope so too. Uh, Jess has been thoroughly enjoying a kids ALC, that is a advanced listener copy. For those of us who don't know yet, that is an audiobook that the publishers have given Jess so that she can review them. Uh, and say things. Jess, you had mentioned the Whatever After series, and I did look it up on the last print. I did look it up, and that looks super fun. So I will definitely check those out. Beverly went away. She went good night. Jess is waving. Hello. Regina, my project is looking great. I'm sure it is. Let me know if you have any recommendations for my mystery section. Oh boy, do I! I have a bunch of recommendations, and I'm going to start with Heart of Glass. And I am actually going to deliver Heart of Glass. If you'd like a donated copy, I will donate my copy to the library. It is by Jennifer Hillier, and I loved it, and I highly recommend it. I also have a recommendation of The Unknown by Riley Sager. That one just came out as well. I am not donating my copy, I am holding on to that. But I do recommend it for your library. Jess has just been listening to the audiobook and doing tours, which is exciting. It's your boy Aaron. Has cleaned the litter box and folded the laundry and didn't get to do any writing, but maybe now that they've done their chores that they were putting off, they will have some brain space to do for the rest of the week. I will tell you, I do that too. I convince myself, and I'm sure I'm not saying you're convincing yourself of things that aren't true, but when it comes to my writing, uh, I convince myself personally. Not saying this about you. I convince myself, oh, I will give myself the brain space if I just finish if I just finish this book, then I'll start writing. Or if I just have this conversation I've been putting off, then I'll start writing. Um, I know that you're not like that. I know that you're a responsible person, but I'm like that. So I wish you all the luck, and I know that you will do well. Um, the Whatever After series is so cute. The Whatever After series apparently is about a group of kids that somehow can magically fall into fairy tales. I just love the title. Um, Regina says, "Wow, you're sweet." I assume because I'm giving away books, which I am happy to do. More books for everyone. Just says, if anyone really wants a good kids book, I recommend The Last Wolf by Rob Budolph. It's still available to request on NetGalley. Oh no. Oh no. I was like, oh, that's not, no, now I'm going to ruin my percentage again. Cuz that does sound your last suggestions were good, And I did, in fact, go to NetGalley to see if I could get the Whatever After books, and I'm happy to say that I couldn't. Um, that they have been off NetGalley for a while, because otherwise I would screw up my percentage again. But The Last Wolf by Rob Budolph, I'll have to check that out. Um, it's your boy Aaron says, I actually put The Unknown on my TBR, my first time I've ever been interested in a Riley Sager. So, as you know, I'm sure, as you know, Aaron, lots of people love Riley Sager and then they hate Riley Sager and they love Riley Sager because he writes books. Um, all of his books are different, and about half of them are really exactly what people are looking for. And then the other half are, more experimental or more classical or more traditional. And he really frustrates people because he keeps changing up his style. But I haven't read a book by Riley Sager I don't like. I definitely like some more than others. And I think my favorite is Lock Every Door. Um, the one that everybody seems to love is Home Before Dark, and I don't love it. I think it's good, but I don't super love it. But this one was good, and it's about well, I can't tell you what it's about, but it's about all the things, and it's very smartly handled. So I do recommend, and in fact, in my videos, I always save my favorite book for the last book, and it is my last book. It is my favorite book of the month. So just says, I went into NetGalley to look for more audiobooks because this was my last one, and I ended up requesting one audiobook that I'm not that excited about. And ebooks. Oh no, I do that too. I do that too. I end up browsing and then it seems like a good idea. And then, oh no. But hopefully, you will prove yourself wrong and that they will be very, very good books and that you will somehow magically surprise yourself. That past you will actually be giving future you an excellent present of a good book. Um, Aaron says, it does help that I'm writing for fun and that there's no deadline or anything. I have a hard time doing fun things for myself when the stuff I need to do, when there's stuff that I need to do, and so that you'd be ignoring. Well, then I have to say, have fun writing. And it's awesome that writing is your treat. And it's awesome that you have that. And I'm excited for you. I'm excited that writing is just for fun. Um, because writing is awesome and everybody should be doing it, frankly. We'd all be smarter, better people if we were all writing. And to that end, I need to go write and I need to go get some sleep. So thank you everyone for joining me tonight. And Emily was texting me and saying how much fun she had and how excited she was that there were people joining us tonight. Now I'm thinking that my next sprint, and I won't be normally sprinting this often, but it just turned out that this week I will be sprinting on Thursday night again, and I will be sprinting with my librarian friend. Yeah. Oh, bother. I just joined at the end. I hate time differences. Well, I can tell you, Jess, that I plan to start sprinting on at 7 o'clock Eastern time. So 7 o'clock in Philadelphia, if you can look that up, or New York, whatever time that is for you. PM Eastern on Thursday. Regina and I will be sprinting. Now, Regina, who is our artist friend, is also a librarian, and she is wicked smart, as they say in my home country. So I'm excited. I'm excited to be joined by her. So if you want to kind of mentally put that on your schedule, I would love to see anybody who's available. And thank you again. Have an excellent night and enjoy it. Take care.